Perhaps you've seen it, maybe in a dream, a murky, forgotten land. A place where souls may mend your ailing mind. You will lose everything once branded, the symbol of the curse, an augur of darkness. Your past, your future, your very light. None will have meaning, and you won't even care. By then, you'll be something other than human. A thing that feeds on souls, a hollow. Long ago, in a walled-off land far to the north, a great king built a great kingdom. I believe they called it Drangleic. Perhaps you're familiar. No, how could you be? But one day, you will stand before its decrepit gate without really knowing why. Like a moth drawn to a flame, your wings will burn in anguish, time after time. For that is your fate, the fate of the cursed.
Hey guys, and welcome to Dark Souls 2. This is just kind of a relaxed playthrough. Wanted to play a Souls game, and so I'm gonna play some Dark Souls 2. I could have played Dark Souls 1, but I really just didn't really feel like it. So we'll go through here and play a little Dark Souls 2. This is really just a kind of relaxed playthrough, just me playing the game, chatting on what I like to chatting on what I like to chat about, and so yeah, that's about it. No rhyme or reason to anything, just playing through the game, really.
What seems to be the ruckus?
Oh my, your face. The face of the curse. It's an undead. An undead has come to play. They all end up here. All the ones like you. You spoke to that kind old dear, didn't you?
You're finished. You'll go hollow. Yes, you'll become one of them.
Hollows prey upon men, feast upon their souls. This is the fate of the cursed.
What is your name?
And here we go with our character creation. Let's see. Let's think of a name, shall we? We'll go with Danger Ranger, whatever that's supposed to mean. Okay. Yes, that is my name.
At least you know your own name. Here's your reward for sharing. It's a human effigy.
Take a closer look.
Who do you think it's supposed to be? Think back, deep into your past. Yes, it's an effigy of you.
Okay, so class and gift. We will go with we're probably gonna go with Knight because that's just my favorite starting armor. Honestly, you can base your beginning character on stats, but honestly, I don't mind using Knight. So yeah, I mean he's got just about the right amount of stats, honestly. We are going to be taking petrified something. Yeah, we'll take petrified something and see what we can get. The body type, gender, male, build. Can we get average? This is average. Physique. Make him muscular just because it's a fantasy game. What? Dark Souls 2 is a fantasy game? Yeah, well. It's a common argument that Dark Souls 2 is now seen as a fantasy game for some reason. I don't know. Hair color. I want silver hair. Yeah, silver. I'm gonna change the eyebrow color to match. Beard. That's weird. That's a creepy one. Beard color again to match. A tattoo on my face. Now see, here's the thing with these tattoos. They would mean more if they... Okay, that's kind of redundant. I would be more inclined to choose one if they meant something. I don't... The tattoos are just pictures. They don't mean anything. They don't have any background to them. I don't know what I'm doing. Whoa, what the hell? Okay, we're gonna call it even at that. I'm a young man with silver hair.
All people come here for the same reason. To break the curse. You're no different, I should think. Doesn't stand a chance.
Well, you never know. Go through the door and trot along to the kingdom.
But remember, hold on to your souls. They're all that keep you from going hollow. Oh, I'll fool you no longer. You lose your souls. All of them. Over and over again.
Now, Dragon Talon, Heavy Iron Key, Frozen Flower. Here's the thing. With this playthrough, it is probably going to be... this is going to be my critique playthrough. My last playthrough was kind of just a general walkthrough thing. And so, honestly... this is probably going to be me pointing out the things I really wish were different with Dark Souls 2. So, please bear with me if at all possible. I'm not trying to make anyone angry, not trying to piss anyone off. So, everything that I say is purely opinion. Is purely my opinion. I still have not perfected the parrying in this game. Come on, guy. Okay, I'm tired of dancing with him. Yeah, so I'm not trying to piss anyone off or do anything like that. I'm just gonna spend my time with this relaxed playthrough, not really focusing on how I play, and focusing really on relaxing and just playing the game. But having said that, I'll probably be pointing out more of the things that I wish were different. and some of the things that I hope are different in the remastered edition. Oh, I got 10 life gems. That's awesome. All right. I need to get up there. Did I go through the wrong door? I think I might have. Yeah, I did. Oops. It's been several months since I've played Dark Souls 2. Probably been about right at 2 months, 2.5 months. So yeah, it's been a minute. Honestly, it's been a little while. Yeah, I knew you were back there. Something else I may do is use my guide a little bit more. I actually have the Future Press official strategy guide for Dark Souls 2, and I may actually take direct inserts out of it just to give a better directive on certain areas, certain bosses, and things of that nature. So yeah, there's that. See you later, guy. Alright. And that still hit me, didn't it? I'm pretty sure it did. Roll dodging arrows is not a good thing to do in Dark Souls 2. Kick this down. Da 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 da. Let's go drop this. And drop this. Twinkling Titanite and a cracked blue eye orb. Okay. Honestly, I really want to do some co-op. Do some bosses and things like that. And well, I don't know, honestly. I don't think I will be doing that. What I may do is leave boss video. I'll do areas and do such good, very nice. I'll do areas. I will go through areas and show the way through as I've done before. But bosses, I think I just kind of decided, and I don't know if this idea will ever come to fruition. I will leave the bosses for a video of their own and read the strategy guide for the bosses, and let the bosses have their own short 1 minute, 2 minute video, however long it takes to fight the boss. And then go on and see the king. Yeah. You may level up through the Emerald Herald. Yay. Girl, please stop and just let me. I ain't even got enough souls to level up. So we will. We're not gonna upgrade. We will go to the whatever this area is over here. I can't remember. Let's see what we got. Life gem. Yeah, we're gonna go down here. What is it? The Flaming Tower of Hade. Hade's Tower of Flame. That's what it's called. Jesus, that was super difficult. Okay, we're going to set that and set this, and here we go. Alright, so, Dark Souls 2 Remastered has been announced. Thoughts? Feelings? They need to do they need to do it right. Is all I can say. They need to really buckle down and focus on what they're doing, because this game really does have a lot of potential, but they just went about certain things in a terrible way. So naturally, people are going to be pissed off about that. Ow. Ow. Wow, I am rusty. Boom, boom, boom. And swing. Alright. Oh, not wow, we already got the shield. That's pretty sweet. And we will light this bonfire. Am I online? I don't know. I really wish there were some summon signs. That'd be cool. That would be cool. I'm going to go ahead and equip a shield for this guy, just because I really do not feel like dealing with the bullshit. Can I? Okay. Somehow. I'm seeing that third one coming. Slam. Oh, usually there's two. Ow. The tracking. Get out of here with it. Get out of here with it. And we get our Sublime Bone Dust. Alright, alright. So we're making pretty good progress. Oh, that is something that really does need to be addressed, is maybe taking out the fact that enemies are so... Oh, how to put this? Enemies in this game are... They're dangerous in an irritating way, and that irritating way is his moveset is the same every single time. He has certain different attacks, but his moveset is always the same. What's irritating and what makes him dangerous is his tracking, and that goes double for that mace wielding one. I don't know. His tracking is so ridiculous, and the great sword, the one you can see standing across the way there, that's what makes them so dangerous, is that they but their tracking is so incredibly OP. Come on, guy. And so that's I feel like that instead of having an annoying something, see, how does that, yeah, anyway, instead of it being just incredibly annoying tracking, I feel like their movesets should vary more so than just incredible tracking, because the tracking is kind of fucking stupid. I mean, really, that's a really big thing for me, is the tracking and the moveset. So I don't know, really. Let us go for it again. I mean, shit. There's nothing else for us to do, really. I mean, these guys here aren't bad. And see, it's not that they're bad enemies. They could be. Their design is really solid. The thing about them is the fact that their moveset is so bland. It is so cut and dry. I mean, but what makes them dangerous is their moveset is the same. I mean, it's just These guys here, you could really change their movesets up with their shield, giving them a shield bash, or having their series of attacks, sword swings different. But the heavier weapon guys, like the great sword, and the mace wielders, their tracking is so stupid. I don't really know how else to put it, honestly. I need to do a shield this time because he whooped my ass last time. Okay. Whoa. 2 and get a third. Bam. And see, I guess they compensate for their tracking being so well with their health being a little bit lower. But honestly, it's not significant. I don't know. It's just something that I don't really comprehend, is the fact that they don't. Maybe they didn't see it pre-release, but it's just so sad. Really, it really is. They need to do differently with the enemies. Honestly, the enemies design, the enemies that are in the game, to me, are well enough, you know. I really have no complaints on the enemy designs themselves, but they need to make less of them. I don't know. Certain areas you have no enemies. Some areas you have far, far too many enemies, because they just seem to try and throw them at you. Because that's like the Squalid Queen boss fight in Shulva. She summons skeletons and just enemies and enemies and enemies. Not really a bunch, like three skeletons, and cut a copy pasted version of Velstadt into the boss room. She can summon all of those 3 skeletons and Velstadt. But the thing is, I would just as soon make the fight more difficult and use less enemies. That's what I didn't really comprehend about a lot of the bosses, is they just want to throw more enemies at you and really make the boss more irritating than difficult, because there's so many enemies. It really just becomes this. Oh shit, I thought that got me. It really becomes this just hack and slash, honestly, because you're just trying to clear out some enemies to get to the actual boss instead of the boss itself being difficult. And that's something I just don't agree with, really. Take for example, you have Ornstein and Smo. There's 2 bosses. Incredibly difficult bosses. Incredibly difficult. Then you take the 2 dragon riders in the Castle Drangleic. I mean, it's not really a joke of a boss fight, but I mean, really, it's not all that difficult, because the health of the 1 is so low that it really is it's a joke of a boss fight, honestly, because that's just a copy pasted version of the Dragon Rider from here in Hades Tower. I mean, oh, I'm still alive. Oh my god. Wait, what? Oh, I didn't have enough health. So Dark Souls 1, Dark Souls 2. I don't want to say Dark Souls 1 is better than Dark Souls 2, because honestly, Dark Souls 2, I would rather play it and deal with the annoyance of the enemies as opposed to playing Dark Souls 1, because of the controls are much smoother in Dark Souls 2. I will give it that. The controls to me are much smoother and just much easier to... It's much easier to play itself. Not that the game is easier, but adjusting to the game itself and becoming aware of the controls is just much smoother and much easier in Dark Souls 2. But then you have the example of bosses. They just kind of really slacked off on bosses and level design, settings, scenery. To me, is honestly top notch. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like these levels, these areas, are top notch areas that are not done in a top notch way. And I say that because look at where we are. Look at how fucking cool this area is. You have sea all around you. You have this tower of flame, this actual tower of flame over here. You have, I mean, pillars and ruins everywhere, but you don't have access to any of it. That's the thing. That's what I feel like should be a little bit different, is where is my accessibility to this amazing, amazing area that I have here? I mean, that's something I don't really... And you know, in Dark Souls 1, that was kind of the reoccurring theme, is if I can see it, I can get there. And while that was true to an extent, it was much truer in Dark Souls 1 than it is in Dark Souls 2. I don't know exactly... I don't know. I didn't keep up with Dark Souls 2 in its production. I just waited. I knew its release date, and I waited for its release date. So I don't really know exactly what happened, but it just really disappoints me the way they went about this, honestly. Because I set high standards for the Soul series. Extreme, probably exceptionally high standards, honestly. And I just can't... I think what's happening with gaming companies in the market, in today's market, is they're trying too hard to please... Okay, let me think about how to phrase this. They're worried too much about production, and I understand to release a game on schedule is incredibly difficult, with setbacks and things like that. And because the longer that you don't produce said game, the more money is being sunk into it. And that's something that game developers, you know, don't want. Especially a small one like From Software. They're not the biggest company. They're not the biggest development team there is. You know, they're a fairly small scale company. So it's really, the thing about it is, me personally, I would rather have to wait for a good, great game than to rush production and get an earlier release. That's really my whole take on it is don't rush it. And see, Assassin's Creed or Ubisoft has already announced their next Assassin's Creed game. Assassin's Creed Unity just came out was it October? I believe it was October. Maybe no, it was November 11th. It came out November 11th. Or 10th. I don't know. It came out early November. And they've already announced their next Assassin's Creed game and given out not a lot of information on it, but quite a bit. And here's the thing. They're going to rush, and they've announced its release for 2015 already. 2015. Why not? Why not do like... And I don't know how large of a development team, how large of a company Ubisoft is. I've never really looked into them, honestly. But I'm going to assume since they're making games every month, or not month, I'm sorry, every year, making Assassin's Creed games alone every year, that they're a fairly large-scale team or company and have a smaller team working on Assassin's Creed games, releasing them. Why not do more along the lines like Bethesda Studios? And they have given a little information out about the next Elder Scrolls game, and it'll be out in 2016, I believe. It'll be several years. I don't think they've even given a year yet, but it's going to be a while because they're going to make their game huge and they're going to make their game good, just like Skyrim. Skyrim was an amazing game when it came out. It really broke the mold on the Xbox 360, and I'm really hopeful that their next one will break the mold on the next gen consoles. But the thing is, they're going to give information and they're going to release it at their leisure. They're not going to rush it. They're not going to do anything just extraordinary. You know, they're not going to try and do, make cutbacks to please the fans on release. That's something I feel like shouldn't... A timely release is expected, yes. I feel like it shouldn't take an ungodly amount of time to release a game, but be reasonable in your cutbacks and things like that for extending. If it takes, a little bit longer to release a game, then so be it. That really shouldn't be a huge selling point to me. If you love a game enough to want to get it, be willing to wait. You shouldn't release a game and then fix it with patches. You shouldn't expect the game to be released and be fixed with patches. Or updates, I'm sorry. That saying patches is kind of confusing. But you should... gaming companies should release a complete game. Updates should be there to fix any bugs that they find. I mean, you're not going to get every bug out of a game. You're just not going to. That's not going to happen. Glitches are not going to be found pre-release. Things like that are just going to come up as gamers play. So, the thing is, you should do all that you can pre-release before you release the game to really have a more complete game, and not release a game early and then fix certain things that weren't complete with updates and patches and things like that, because that to me, that's just not... What are you doing? Why are you doing that? That's just not that it's not acceptable, but that's just ridiculous. That's doing half of what you're paid to do. They're a development team. Develop a full game. And it really is quite amazing that Ubisoft will be coming out with another Assassin's Creed game. And they do well enough at releasing a game every year. I will be honest and say that. They do a pretty damn good job releasing an Assassin's Creed game every year. However, they should extend it and make a better game. Make a huge... And see, Unity is a really large game, and there's a lot to do. But they did that in 1 year. Could you imagine what they would do if they took 2 years, 3 years to make an Assassin's Creed game? Just one? I mean... And you can do little side projects, little side games. Assassin's Creed Rogue, for example. Just make a spin-off of Unity every... take 6 months to make a spin-off of Unity to hold fans over until you finish off a whole new game, the next game in the series. And I mean, I'm hoping that's what they're going to do with the remastered Dark Souls 2. Honestly, I really hope they see their flaws and see their mistakes and really amp up what they missed out on, because the next gen consoles are going to be capable of so much more. And that's going to be all for me this session. That's it for this episode, guys. The next episode, I will be fighting this boss here, and I will be fighting that boss over there. And until then, I will see you guys later, and yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying and not getting offended by my rants, because I'm not trying to offend anybody. If you have opinions, shoot them in the comments. We can discuss this all day long. I love discussing things like this. So until the next episode, guys, I'll see you guys later.